In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 popular ways to learn English, and I'm going to put them into a tier list. That means I'll tell you which ones are the best, and those would be S tier, and which ways are not so good, and those would be F tier. So let's get started. The first method is speaking with native English speakers. Now, talking to people who speak English well is one of the fastest ways to learn. You have to listen and answer in real time. This helps your brain to get used to English. You also hear how people speak naturally, not like in a textbook. You learn real expressions, slang, and the correct pronunciation. You can use some apps to connect with native English speakers, or you can use social media. You can also join your English meetups in your town. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's completely normal. Now, one of the downsides of this method is it can be a little bit scary at first. You might feel nervous or embarrassed, especially if you make mistakes. And it's not always easy to find native English speakers. Now, finding native English speakers that are patient and want to talk to learners might not that be easy. Now, do I recommend this method? Yes, this is one of the best ways to learn English. So for that reason, I would say this method belongs to A tier. Next method is watching movies or TV shows. Movies and TV shows are a fun way to learn English. You hear how really people speak, including their tone, emotion, and rhythm. You should pick shows or movies you enjoy. If you are a beginner, you can start with the subtitle in your own language. Then you can switch to English subtitle. And later you try without any. Try pausing and repeating lines. Write down new words and search for their meaning. Watching in small pieces like 5 to 10 minutes a day helps you to stay focused. The only downside is for the beginners, that they might miss a lot of new words at first. And if you only watch without paying attention, you won't learn much. All in all, this method is one of the best ways to learn English, and because of that, this method belongs to S tier. Next method is reading books, especially storybooks. Reading is great for learning new vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structure. You can read it slowly, check new words in dictionary, and read again. It also helps with writing. The more you read, the more you understand how English works. If you don't know what book is good for your level, follow this simple rule. You should understand 98% of the words. That means if there are 100 words on a page, only 2 words should be new. Otherwise, it's going to be too hard and not enjoyable. The only downside is that reading books does not help you with the speaking and listening. So it's best to combine it with other methods. Do I recommend this? Yes, especially if you enjoy reading. All in all, this method belongs to A tier. Next method is memorizing word lists. Some people try to learn long lists of words. It sounds like a great idea. More words, right? But learning words without context means we're gonna forget them really fast. You don't learn how to use them in real life. It's also boring and feels like school. Still, this method can help beginners to learn basic words. It's also okay for reviewing known vocabulary. Now, I would say use a short list, like 10, maximum 15 words, and don't just read. Speak and write sentences with those words. And do I recommend this method? Not really. Don't spend hours on it. So because of that, this method belongs to C tier. Next method is using Google Translate for everything. Now, Google Translate is fast. It helps when you don't know a word or a sentence. It's useful when you're stuck and you need help quickly. But if you use it all the time, you're not gonna learn. It makes a lot of mistakes with grammar, idioms, or long texts. You also don't learn how to think in English. You can use Google Translate for one word or a short sentence. Always double check with a dictionary or a teacher. Don't copy full text. Try to guess first, and then use the translator to check if you were right. All in all, this is one of the worst ways of learning English. So this method belongs to F tier. Next method is taking English courses and having a teacher. A good teacher helps you understand grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary step by step. A good English course gives you structure, homework, and plan, so you don't feel lost. You can ask questions, get feedback, and practice in class. A teacher helps you stay motivated and improve faster. The only downside is some classes can be expensive. Sometimes teachers are not good or they don't match your style. You also have to follow their schedule, which can be difficult if you're busy. So always choose a teacher who fits your goals. Now, do I recommend this method? Yes, 100%. If you can afford lessons or find a free course. It's one of the best ways to improve quickly and correctly. So this method belongs to S tier. Next method is using flashcards or learning apps. Apps or flashcards are a fun way to learn English. You can learn new words, grammar, and phrases while you travel or relax. They use repetition so you remember things better. Some apps give daily goals which help you stay on track. But apps don't help with the speaking. You can memorize a lot of words but not use them in real life. And sometimes those words are not very useful. Also, it can become boring after a while. So I would say this is only good as a support method. It's great when it's combined with other methods. So I would say spend 5 to 10 minutes a day. Make your own flashcards with the words that you really want to learn. And don't just tap. Speak the words out loud. Use it in a sentence. All in all, this method belongs to B tier. Next method is listening to podcast or music. Listening helps you understand the sound and the rhythm of English. Podcasts usually give you full conversation. Music helps you remembering words and sometimes pronunciation. It's easy to listen anywhere. You can listen in your car, at the gym, or while cleaning. Some songs are catchy and help you learn phrases naturally. But sometimes it can be hard to understand slang or fast speech. You might enjoy the music, but not learn much. Also, it's passive. You need to really focus in order to learn. I would say find podcasts for learners. Listen and read the transcript if possible. For music, you can find lyrics online and sing along. Repeat songs to memorize vocabulary and rhythm. And because of all of this, this method belongs to B tier. Next method is doing grammar exercises. Learning grammar helps you make correct sentences. Exercises help you understand when to use present, past, future, conditionals, and more. You learn rules and feel more confident about your writing and speaking. Grammar also helps with reading and test scores. But grammar is not enough by itself. Some exercises are boring and confusing. Also, focusing too much on grammar can slow down your speaking. I would say use books like Grammar in Use. Do a few exercises daily, then try to use that grammar in your speaking and writing. And do I recommend this method? Yes, but don't make it your main focus. It's a great support for writing and speaking. All in all, this method belongs to B tier. Next method is using only a textbook. Textbooks are helpful because they provide you with a structure. You can go from beginner to advanced step by step. You learn vocabulary, grammar, and short dialogues. They're easy to follow and good for self-study. And some come with audio and exercises. But some textbooks are boring and they don't show real English. And many use old-fashioned or too formal language. This method belongs to C tier if it's the only method you're using. I'd say choose a modern English textbook, study 1 unit per week, use the audio files, and try to practice with a teacher. Do I recommend this method? Yes, only if you combine it with other methods. So if you use textbooks correctly, this method could be a B tier. So now you know the best and worst ways to learn English. Remember, no method is perfect, but if you combine the good ones and stay consistent, you'll definitely improve. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend that is also trying to learn English. And let me know in the comments which method you use the most. And do you agree with my tier list? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.